Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Glad you can join us again today. This week, we're looking at the overarching question: is Christian nationalism a good thing? And by this, I'm using as a basic premise a statement that I heard on MSNBC. A panelist of theirs made this statement that Christian nationalists believe that their rights are given to them by God and not the government. When I heard that definition of it, I thought, I'm a Christian nationalist. I believe my rights have been given to me by God. Our founding fathers evidently were Christian nationalists because they believed, as recorded in the Declaration of Independence, that we are all created equal and are given by our Creator unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, with this, so I'm using that as the basic premise of what Christian nationalism is. Now, with this, we've stated that the Bill of Rights then have been given to us by Christian nationalism. Now, also with this, there's a statement, a very key statement in the Declaration of Independence that basically says, and that to ensure these rights, governments have been created among men. Well, historically, that's not true. I remember one day when I was listening to the Declaration of Independence being read, and that statement registered with me. Government is created to protect these rights. And I'm like, historically, that's not true. Historically, governments have been designed to protect the few. Governments have been designed to protect the powerful, historically. And I thought, where did our founding fathers come up with the idea that government was designed to protect the rights of the people? Let me read to you Genesis 9:6. This is a statement that God made to Noah after the flood. If you'll recall, in the flood, or prior to the flood, violence was rampant on the earth. Violence. And so with that, if you think of all manner of violent crime, obviously murder would be in there, rape would be in there, theft with physical abuse would be in there. All of those things would be a part of that violence. And here God, after Noah comes off the flood, he says, whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God he made man. Here is a statement, the first statement that God ever made authorizing humanity or humans to extend judgment. He didn't let them do it with Cain. He didn't let them do it with Lamech. This is the first statement where God allowed humans to execute punishment from that standpoint. And ultimately in here, you can see the idea even of, in the Bill of Rights, the right to bear arms. You have the right to defend yourself. Another person does not have the right to take your life. You have been given the right to life. Another person doesn't have that right to take it unless it is a punishment for something that was done. And it's not taking it into your own hands. This is really where God established civil government. But it also gives us the idea of the right to bear arms and to defend ourselves. Christian nationalism gives us the right to bear arms. It gives us the right to defend ourselves. God bless you. See you next week.
You've been listening to Ecclesia Principles with Ray Eppard. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook on our Ray Eppard pages. This program was brought to you by Victory Worship Center and World Outreach. Services Sunday 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 200 Hammond Lane, Stanton, Virginia.